News is Shruti was was trying for another job because she was on mat leave, and then she came back and we had initial chat. And after that, in our abstraction laddering exercise that we did, right? She joined towards the end, but then she went through the video, it seems. And today is the first day in a new job. So great news from our community is that she used our workshop examples and she cleared the first round, and then she had the second round. And good news is that she cracked the job, and now she's today's her first day. So I have asked her if you can join. That'd be super great.
Awesome.
And I think we should all congratulate her
Yeah, yeah,
in our WhatsApp group.
yeah.
Congratulations! I'm sending him. Hey, we go. Hello.
Yeah.
We were just talking about you.
Oh, she's on mute.
Yeah, she's trying to connect, I guess. Shruti, if you can hear us, congratulations on the new job. Very big inspiration for all of us, to be honest. And we can, I guess, we can relate that, yes, just with one workshop, if it has helped somehow, a small shift as well, it's great thing, right? So, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
All right, let's get started. And I'm pretty sure she might be in the joining, signing all.
Mm-hmm.
In that flow, yeah.
Yeah, and she might listen as well to us, so which is good. Okay, let me share my screen quickly. And today's session, what we want to do is something different, but related to what we did. Okay, let me share my screen. Yeah. Let me know you're able to see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. What do you exactly see? Is the okay? Show my screen anyways. Do you see this, right? Where we have this fig jam. Okay. Do you have access to fig jam or
Can
like
you show the
the,
link?
the whiteboard?
Yeah, maybe
You
drop
want?
that in the chat.
Yeah, I'll do it. Okay, here we go. Pasting in the chat. Here we go. All right, cool. So, quick recap. What did we do in the last session? Pretty much, we looked at what is abstraction laddering. So, how do you want to define your problem statements? That is what we pretty much looked at. Like, I need to build a mobile app, and then we said, I want to get a job. This is what we want to. Um, we focused on, and then
Mm.
we looked at why and how. We kind of did an abstraction laddering of everything. Then we went into a vote on how might we solve the problem. So I have sequence our how might we's based on the highest, second highest, third highest, and no votes. So we will come back to this later. The reason why I'm saying is because we will try to map what we have captured as how might we solve. For example, these are the stakeholders. From a stakeholder's perspective, we guys were stakeholders, we were role playing, and we have
Mm.
captured how might we keep ourselves motivated even after the rejection, how might we find a job that matches my skill, how to prepare ourselves for the interview, how to build a network, all of that. So um, and this abstraction laddering, as I said, is something that if in your company you come to know that there's a problem that you want to solve, you can apply this recipe. I call this as a recipe. In the
Mm.
local training we learn this as a recipe of making something. So, or you can call it as a methodology, or you can call it as a framework. You can actually easily find out what is the why and how they want to solve it from a stakeholder perspective. Now today what we want to focus is, how do we transform empathy to insights. Now what does it mean? Very high level, right? When I saw talk about empathy to insights, now if you look at this picture, you know we all know this is an elephant. Now
Mm.
it depends because it's a perspective. So we are looking from here. from where we are sitting here, I'm presenting the screen. You guys are thinking, okay, yep, this looks like an elephant. But just imagine this lady over here who is sitting. For
mm,
her, she only looks at the, leg, one of the legs of the elephant, and she might think, oh, it's a tree, because she's not getting the good picture, bigger picture.
yeah.
This gentleman over here who is not able to see anything else but only, the elephant teeth over here.
Mm,
For him, it is a spear. And somebody who's at the trunk might think, oh, it's a snake, huge snake, right? So a definition of perspective is a particular point of view or the way of looking at something. So if somebody is looking at some point of the time, if this guy is looking over here and just looking at the belly of the elephant, it feels like it's a wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when we go outside in the market, right now, we talked about this job app for ourselves. Great. Now we want to scale this. For example, we are the startup guys. Okay, we all four are co-founders. Okay, we know the problem statement that we want to solve, that we have defined in our abstraction laddering. Now, how do we scale this product? Okay, imagine that way. Now you want to, we and at the end of the day, we all want to become a entrepreneur, or in some way where we have the financial independence that we have mentioned over here, in our workshops over here, that well-being or money, we talked about, financial stability, live comfortably, afford a car, afford everything. Right now, just imagine we want to scale as a business. And once we want to scale as a business, we want to, for example, go out in the market. We want to compete with seek.com. We want to compete with, naukri.com. We want to compete with LinkedIn. Okay, how do we do it? Okay, we want to see and we want to understand the perspective of the people. So what we do is we do interviews or we do surveys or the focus group. So this is nothing but your insights. We want to gather the insights. So there are different ways different companies engage to have those insights. For example, they hire a third party company to do the surveys, to do the focus groups. They also sometimes, look at the inside data that has been published by companies like PwC or KPMG or Deloitte or McKinsey. They have those Gartner report to look at, what's the four quadrant of Gartner, all of that. Now, in a typical customer experience perspective, I completely, I this is my personal favorite, to go and talk to the end users or interview them. Okay, so today we will predominantly focus on this part: interview, stories, feelings, and experience. You go and talk to people, and because now obviously we cannot gather so many people right now at over here at the moment, so we will do a role play. Just imagine ourselves that we are the customers, and we will fill our, sticky notes over here. So what do we do usually? What preparation do you need for your interviews? When you want to run an interview, um, who to interview, your stakeholder, your optimal people. We have external users, then you have your internal users or your stakeholder that you want to, this is your target market. Okay, now when, for example, for a job application app, obviously you don't want to go and target high school students, because they are not looking for job at the moment. They're looking for casual jobs. But our target market is somebody, also, when we deep dive into our target market, that is a separate segment we can talk about. I don't have it in the workshop, but there are a lot of materials I can share. Usually our target market should be very, very, very narrow. Okay, so that you can start small and grow big after that, your minimum viable product when you launch. So your target market is somebody who is experienced enough, for example, 5+ years of experience, who has the industry knowledge, who is already a corporate person, and that those are your target market. So you prepare your questions, you explore. When we say prepare your questions, you don't have to be like, oh, you want to ask 10,000 specific question. Just explore with them. Prepare your environments, logistics, equipments or anything. Brief interviewees the roles and responsibility, like internally what are the roles and responsibilities you want to play. Usually when two people are interviewing a group of 10 people, for example, so one person is a facilitator or asks the question, the other person takes the role of a role taker. Okay. For example, what we can do today is you two people can be the candidates, or and I can be the interviewee or the role take or the note taker. But usually, when it's a big cohort, what you can do, you can have two or three people who are the note takers who will write on stickies, stick it up on the wall, and somebody doing the interview. And what is interviewing all looks like, and when we talk about interviewing, people might think, oh wow, interviewing is all about who am I, what do I do, and all of that. It
Where do
is
you see yourself in 10 years?
correct. Interviewing is like diving into the ocean to determine what is beyond the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so this is what is visible, and these are the behavior, languages, habits, and actions. Okay, and what is invisible is the feelings, the thoughts, the attitudes, the values, the beliefs. This is where you want to, during an interview, you can capture all of it, but while they are sharing their pain points, their thoughts, you study their attitudes, you study their belief, you study their fears, your opinion, their biases, their dreams, what are they looking for, and that this is how you can build an intuitive system. Can you uncover what is under the surface, the feelings, the emotions underlying the actions, which needs insights and opportunities. So all of this will lead to a great product that you want to build. And the type of questions that you want to ask, these are like not a guide, I would say. It's not a mandatory one, this is the way you want to do it. It's just a guideline. Easing out, get comfortable, easy question. Don't ask them, okay, what do you think that app should integrate with another app? And they will be like, oh, whoa, 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 what are you talking about? you know
That's your call to decide.
don't get into the topic. Tell me about like storytelling. How did that make you feel? Learn something new. And you have access to this board, you can read through this, but pass the baton to the interviewee. Your magic wand, anything else, anyone else, make them very inclusive. All of that type of questions that you can ask. There are a few tips like safe space, all stories are valued, and specific stories. Get them talking, listen to them. Interview in pair, like two people together, assigned roles. That all you will actually come to know while you're doing. This is an important art of pause. Give some break and pauses between your questions so that people can articulate and understand. Hey, Purva. Yeah.
Can I ask you something, Nikesh? So, how many people do the job, the interview? Like, is it like, so let's see, two interviewee and one interviewer, is it?
It
And one who's writing the sticky notes.
Yeah, it can be.
Ideally. Mm.
Ideally, like yeah, you can have two or three as well, depends, you know because if you have more people,
Mm.
it'll be hard for you to control the crowd or something like that. Okay, but in your company, if you are having a 2 hour session, a discovery workshop, and
Mhm.
you have invited all your stakeholders from your company, that means they can only give 2 hours, because that is outside the business value that they're delivering, right? So in that case, you be the facilitator, and then you have two more people with you or your team member to be the note taker, or they write the sticky notes. Okay, so it depends. You can by yourself, you can also do it alone, no problem, like today what we will do, all alone. So it doesn't require there's no hard rule. It's all about your comfortability, how you
Okay.
can control the crowd, basically. Okay, so yeah. So today, these are the tips and what we want to achieve. But what are we doing today is basically very simple. We will do rose, bud, and thorn. Rose is what is positive. We will talk about the job market and the app that we have. For example, just imagine whatever we have told over here. And we can take an example now that we are devising a new product together. So let's take an example of, I guess everybody might have used some sort of an app or the other for your job search, right? Like Naukri.com in India, Shruti might have used. We have used Seek.com. Let's talk about or LinkedIn. Let's take LinkedIn as an example, okay? Because everybody use LinkedIn today. So let's talk about what's working, what are the strengths, what do you like, what warm feedback, any good thing about that app, what is not working, or the weakness or the flaws that you don't like. Those are the negatives. And then bud is basically what if opportunities, I wish, or suggestions, something like that. And two rules for rose, thorn, and bud, or rose, bud, and thorn. I find rose, bud, and thorn to be much rhyming to talk about. Only one observation per post-it note. So I will. So each person who is, and this is typically when you are conducting the interview, and there are multiple peoples where you're conducting. So don't write this process or communication or what is this alerts or anything like that. Talk about this reliable, predictable process. Let me plan. This is something that is working. I can't speak to the person I want to. That is coming. So write sentences instead of
Mm.
one word. Use a full sentence, and that is what I will do the job of a note taker today, and I will be interviewing you guys to do that. Okay. And then once that is done, then as a team we will come together and we will group them again, theme them. Be colorblind, look at unobvious connections, arrange and rearrange. Lone wolf is okay, big cluster is not. So we will try grouping. For example, this one, if you look at it, so there was some rose, bud, and thorn, and they talk about forced me to become one with technology. Technology has started feel like it's a part, something learning new technologies to be productive online. This is something I think so the learning app in the company that they were talking about, and they grouped all together, all the positive, negatives, potentials together to technology, isolation, um, and theme. We will all theme it together so that we have this this isolation, technology, flexibility, work from home balance. This was affinity clustering on remote collaboration during COVID. Okay. And we will use this headline statement in the next workshop. We will plot the features of the app, what we did on why and how. We have those plottings. Now from interviews we will have the plottings of all of this isolation, technology, and flexibility. We will plot to create the features of the app. So this is how you're building your story of the requirement. Any questions how we want to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I have a question. For rose, thorn, and bird,
Yeah.
do you have to, like finalize a color? And
Right.
like whoever is taking the notes,
Yeah.
they follow a particular order, or first we discuss about rose, or first then we'll discuss about thorn, or it's the role of interviewer or the role
It's the role of
taker
an interviewer. The
to
question.
differentiate. Okay.
Yeah, is the role of an interviewer. Like as an interviewer, I will ask those questions. Hey, Bhanu, let's start with you, Bhanu and Purva and Shruti. You guys use LinkedIn, right, on a daily basis. What do you think about LinkedIn?
Mm, yeah, it's good. It will keep you updated about the technology
Uh-huh.
is one thing, and it shows you the trends, whatever, based on the persons you follow
Yeah.
and the posts you like.
So do you follow everyone, or like do you like only the known people?
Mm, only the connections, or if you have someone like famous personalities, or whoever leads in the technology, you might like them or follow them.
Mhm.
You will get the updates.
Colleagues as well? You might
Yeah,
follow colleagues.
colleagues as well, or any networking teams.
Yeah.
I think it's easy to connect on LinkedIn,
Uh-huh.
whereas instead of other. And I think it's more than a job hunt. It is a platform where you connect with people.
Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah, but nowadays it's overflowing with lot of unnecessary content. Your feed will be, blown out with
Yeah.
all the content and that stuff.
That is
But wait, like apart from the interview, what's your personal reviews? Because what my personal reviews is about LinkedIn is I have I don't remember I've got any calls from LinkedIn. I got most of the calls in Australia. I get most of the calls from Seek.
Mhm.
Like LinkedIn is okay, and I only like the easy apply job, because when you have to fill out the whole application for each of the application, like each of the job, it becomes more complicated. Yeah.
Shruti, you have your hand up. Can't hear you if you are speaking.
Yes, you can hear me. I'm
Yep.
just out.
Yep.
Yeah, I got this job from LinkedIn. So he just opened out.
Awesome.
In Australia?
No, no, in India.
Oh yeah. So
In
in
India, but
Australia,
this
it's very
client
hard.
is Switzerland. But this
Correct.
client is
Ah,
of Switzerland. So my stakeholder is directly of Switzerland. It's for partners group.
ah,
Okay. That's a good use case. We have
Yeah,
found jobs via LinkedIn. Correct. I have found multiple jobs in LinkedIn. I agree with you as well, Purva. But if you're not getting calls, that is something that is negative. That is not working. Right.
mm.
Why do you think you're not getting calls from LinkedIn?
I am getting calls from Seek, not from LinkedIn. But because I don't know, like one of the reason could be because so many people are connected. So when you see the number of people applying for the job, it could be huge, maybe. So they filter out many people.
Do you think number of people applying for jobs are more? So do you think when you find, for example, ANZ put it a Australian New Zealand bank put up a
Yeah,
job ad, okay?
yeah,
So
yeah.
when you go to that job ad, do you find the recruiting person or the team members working on that?
No,
That's something if
to
we
work.
if you are able to find that, that might help you to connect with that person
and
and
discuss. Yeah,
sell your skill sets with them or talk about your skill sets, right? So job ads and connection or and the recruiters.
for some jobs you can see the person who has posted the job, but it depends on how open the organizations are to the recruitment teams, or that privacy or whatever they call.
Yeah. Should we usually have a hand up or is it from the uh, previous one? Shruti?
It's the biggest one.
Okay, no worries, all good.
And one more important thing is it's easy for you to, like, in LinkedIn you get suggestions, like let's say you're looking for system admin roles, and it will give you a wide range of notifications, like your preference is one, but it matches you closer to your preferences and says, what, there is one more job, but its title is something different, but your skills are still suitable. So that matchmaking
Yeah.
criteria is a positive thing in LinkedIn,
Mhm.
because I don't think Seek has that capability to
Mm.
filter you. Whereas in Seek, you have to be, proactive and start using that as well.
See, and this is what we're doing. We're doing the market study right now, right? About the different job apps that we have. Seek doesn't have the matchmaking
Yeah,
sorting
yeah.
insights.
I, and yeah, just I want to add point to Shruti's chat.
Mm,
HR persons in Australia called me personally on LinkedIn
mm,
to chat about jobs. I don't know how they got my profile,
mm.
but they said you are in this location, and if you have this
Headhunting.
visa type, or
Mm,
they will give you straight away the job. So, but reality was, at that time I didn't had that particular visa type,
mm.
so I rejected that. But they personally call you, like Shruti mentioned in the chat as well, the same.
Yeah. That's good. I agree with you. I have been headhunted a lot of time in LinkedIn, and Purva, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I think the reason why we also, and this is a different topic, probably in our one-to-one, what we will do is, after all of this, like, we will try to finish this really early in next couple of weeks, all our workshop. I'll start having one. You can book my one-to-one with you, and we will look at your LinkedIn profile and see how we can make it better so that you get more calls to it. Okay,
Yeah.
it's few keywords that we they look for, all of that. So we will work that out. Headhunting, but then, to be fair, I agree with you, Purva, that yeah, there are few negatives as well. What more do you guys think LinkedIn is not meeting your goals that you guys have defined over here? You know, what we said about the why and the how. How might we talked about money. Yes, we talk about salary and everything. We goal setting, this is some think about something out of the box. Learning is there in LinkedIn, but then
Yes.
it's only for the premium customers, it seems.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
And
It's
then,
for premier customers as well.
do you
And
it's a negative thing or is a positive thing?
mm, see, yeah, if you think from developer perspective, if you are a fresher, you can give some, entry level skills learning to them so that, they can upskill using that platform. And then, they can promote whatever the internal thing they have, like let's say if I'm interested in BA, I might have, watched a series of BA things.
Mhm.
In that way, you are indirectly you are creating your pool, like okay, Bhanu is interested, and Anikesh might have interested in some of the technical aspects.
Mhm.
They can do it, but I know it if you it's a big large scale, but they can open that option, is my opinion.
Correct. Correct. Purva, what do you think? What more do you think it is not that great in LinkedIn?
So when you apply for a job, and if one day you're applying for a couple of jobs, see, some of the company they want you to apply separately on their website.
Mm.
I don't know if LinkedIn can come up with a tie-up with different companies that you can directly apply. Like, you don't want to go to every company's portal and put the same details in one day, and explain. So if there's and they have easy apply features available for a couple of jobs, but for a couple of companies, they want you to apply. So I think they should have a tie-up. The company and the LinkedIn has tie-up about that.
Yeah, which is really painful. Yeah.
It is. It will make our life easy. That's it.
Yeah, and then also during filling up those company application portal, they say, "Do you want to log in through LinkedIn?" And you log
Yeah,
in LinkedIn, and the details doesn't come out really well.
No, no, it doesn't.
integration issues.
Then again, you have to put the same details.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from LinkedIn. So see, what I am doing right now is I am interviewing you guys, and I'm also taking notes. So there's a subtle pause in between, right? Now, for example, when you have a big cohort and I am facilitator. I'm asking this question. Hey Bhanu, hey Purva, hey Shruti, what do you think? What's the problem? And I have 3-4 people or team members or fellow team members who's actually sticking those notes, left, right, and center. So there's a flow of thought. But that's from a facilitation perspective, it is easier. But then as a group as well, we can always do that the same role taker and being transparent, right? And I'm showing what I'm writing, the feedbacks, and this is something that you do it in your retrospective as well. Yeah, integration doesn't work with applications. What else do you think? What is the potential? What do you think?
Potential is you
Isn't
can,
when
Hmm?
sorry.
yeah, yeah, go ahead. I will
Thank you, Fanu. Isn't when you say negative, doesn't it somehow becomes the potential
No, potential
that
is
they could
something.
work?
Yeah, there's a subtle gap in that one, and it
Yeah.
is always fun to have that. Potential is basically something which is there, but it is not working great.
So for that matter, let's talk about the easy job, like easy apply.
Correct.
Some of the companies doing easy apply, but some of the companies not doing easy apply. So
Yes.
does it come under negative or potential?
So basically, easy job application. It is a potential because I'll tell you why. What you just said exactly right, and I have seen that easy job application is easy to apply, but what happens after that we don't know. It feels like what I have done is once I created a job ad in LinkedIn and I set some criterias, it automatically rejected 8 applications to the rejection list and only took 2 applications based on some criteria. And but when I looked at those 2 applications, they were not great. But those 8 that automatically system rejected, out of which I actually got somebody out.
Hmm.
So what is basically happening is, what happens?
Criteria is not working, or
Yeah.
the rule sets is not working.
So there
Um,
is, yeah.
yeah, go ahead, Anikesh. I will add this.
No, no. I was just saying that this easy job application is there, but we don't know really whether it is working seamlessly or recruiters are actually seeing our application or not.
Yeah, or are they rejecting, or do we don't know.
Yeah,
Hmm.
there's no transparency. Yeah.
And oh, I remember I applied for Commonwealth. I think, was it Commonwealth, or I think it is Commonwealth. So every time you apply for the company, you know, if you apply for that company, you get an acknowledgement email from them. Hey, thank you for applying. We'll look for your the profile, things like that. The moment I applied for the company, every time, okay, and I got an instant email saying that, sorry, we're unfortunately your application is not, like it's not. We are rejecting your application. Like within 1 second.
That's the
So they
AI.
had really. I
Yeah,
think it's, yeah. I think it's because of the PR thing, maybe.
yeah,
But it is so instant, and I'm like, dude, at least look at my name. They haven't known because they just looked at, you have PR. No, yeah, thanks. That's
Yeah.
it.
And one more thing, when you say, Anikesh, you can add lack of transparency and reliability of the job ads,
Mm, true.
because I know this, where in X or in Facebook or in Instagram, you have that blue tick, which
correct.
says, you can trust this person, or you have an acknowledgement from the
Yeah.
company, this is reliable.
Hmm,
Whereas in LinkedIn, you don't know.
hmm,
Yeah.
and 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 maybe if, like, what I thought, this is my, it is subjective to everyone's personal opinion. What I thought is, if I watch this, let's say this BA web series,
hmm,
and I can go in and I can pitch in my content as a, as a orator, or an experienced person.
hmm,
But who verifies that validity of the content? Because I can also say, like, I have 8 years of experience,
hmm,
but how can I trust that?
correct.
And one more thing is, I did couple of learnings from LinkedIn. When I watched it or learned those things, and when I went and did some things, there is a gap. The technology, there is a gap. Like, because I know with all machine learning models and things, it's updating every day.
Hmm,
But the content is there, you learn it, you get a badge, or you get a certificate.
hmm.
But by the time you apply for the job, that's no longer a valid content.
Maybe outdated or not latest to the job you apply. Okay, that's good. Now you might have got a flavor of how this looks like. What I'm
Mhm.
thinking is, giving you guys a 5-10 minutes to come out with, I'll play some good music in the background, come up with more potentials or negatives so that it becomes collaborative. Now you get a chance to be a role taker as well. So let's switch some hats, and somebody wants to do the role of interviewing and taking some notes. Let's be comfortable, no pressure, but if anybody wants to give a hand try.
Yeah, I can do.
Okay, Purva, are you in the system?
No, I haven't got. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Let me get the link. Yeah, I've got the link. Just 1 second. This logged in.
Nah, that's okay. Take your time.
All right. Okay. So we're here.
All right. I'm
Okay.
posting some stickies so that it's easier for you. So yeah, now you also ask the same questions. Maybe not LinkedIn, some other app if you want to ask, but you be the interviewer and the role taker.
So
Other
us. Sorry, are we doing for LinkedIn or any other app?
anything you feel like, because we have a very small cohort over here. Do you want to do it for LinkedIn? Go for it. No problem.
Let's finish first LinkedIn, then we can do for another one.
Yeah.
If you want. Yeah.
Go for it.
All right. So, guys, you have any suggestion for it? So, do I ask like what kind of question do I ask? Sorry, I forget the role.
So the questions that you probably can ask is tell
Anything else you want to add?
tell me
Sorry.
about how did that make you feel?
Oh yeah,
Did you learn something new, challenges or any preconception, any experience? So you can refer to this kind of,
type of
um,
question.
sticky
Okay,
notes. Yeah, yeah.
where is that? Okay,
Okay.
here, found it. Cool. So, guys, what are the difficulties that you found while applying for the job?
I think for me it was like uh, I was applying for few jobs and I was looking for few opportunities. What is there outside Australia, in America, for example? First of
Yeah.
all, the location thing was not working really well. So
Is it?
it by default it used to, you know, change my location back to Australia. So
Okay.
yeah, location issue constraints. Um,
Positive, you can congratulate or you can congratulate anyone on their achievement
Okay.
whenever there is a when in your connection, if you have achieved something, you
Yeah.
can easily you will get notified.
Yeah. So that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
positive.
Good thing. All right.
And
So
yeah,
type easy to congratulate slash congratulate
wish them, you can wish them
or
on their birthdays as well
wish them on
if they have
birthday.
updated their date of birth.
Yes. Yes. Or wish them on birthdays. Okay. Fair. Okay. What else can we think of?
um, I was thinking of LinkedIn groups. So there are LinkedIn groups which is closed groups.
Is it?
That's the thing. So not a lot of people know about it.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's potential probably that
Mm.
LinkedIn groups can be exposed up in the web somewhere.
is is it only available for premium members, or
No, it's available to all members. It is like a Facebook group, closed group. You can create private groups.
yeah, I used to get notifications for the quizzes,
Okay.
but
Oh, yes. Okay.
but yeah, not for the groups.
Hmm.
LinkedIn close group
And
can
and
open up.
yeah, and potential, you can see this, whatever I'm going to say now, you can see it as, I think it's a thin line between potential and negative for this. Let's say if Anikesh is following someone or liked something, okay,
Mm.
or like you have liked something about technology or something,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say we are in a group and we are in a connection,
Mm.
and if 10 people in our connection liked this, you will get a notification like,
People are liking this post. Do you want to have
yeah,
a look at it?
yeah, everyone is liking this.
Um,
Have you looked at
they
it?
currently don't have it, right?
No, they have it.
They have it.
Yes, they
Oh,
have it.
okay. Yeah.
So you will get notified by that. But as a potential, you can add it because it's overwhelming your notification bar. if you have that depends on your connection. And
Yeah. Okay.
and the
Mobile
negative,
notification.
and then the negative
Yes.
is like you may not like something
Yeah.
for that, or you may not want to get into deep dive because Anikesh might have a good experience on whatever whoever is approaching on the technology, and by the time you open that notification you'll be like, what's going on?
There's nothing much that you're missing on, but
Yeah,
it feels like you are. Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you can add it for both potential
And
and negative.
But
I,
yeah.
Sorry, Anikesh.
no, I agree. I agree. Like sometimes it bombards all your notification, and the only thing that you look at was like, oh my God, somebody changed a job by ex manager whom I
Mm.
hated like to the core, and everybody's congratulating. I'm getting notified about it. It's like I don't want to know about it.
So I used to call LinkedIn a depression app because every time you look at it, like your friends have become AVP, they have become director, and like, here you are still struggling.
Okay.
So yes.
It's a very, very good covert. And I hope once I publish all of this recording in YouTube, LinkedIn watches it, you know.
And the funny part is, see, the struggle that we're having is different. The salary that we get here is different. The salary that they're getting is different. Maybe if the designation is, let's say, AVP, all right, we might be getting same salary, or they might be getting less salary than you, but still it bothers you because they used to work like they used to work with you, they used to
You,
be in a class with you, but still they are at a good
yeah,
position.
I know people who in India, like for HSBC or any banks, Lloyd's Bank, and they're AVP, yeah, but they're
Yeah.
testers.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
See,
That is so funny.
that yeah, yeah, you can use it as a positive, you can use it as a negative.
Positive. Oh, I wouldn't. I am
Yeah,
not as a negative.
yeah, you can use it as a positive. I can explain you why.
So, tell me.
Let's say, if I'm your friend Anikesh, I got AVP.
Yes,
Then as a close friend, you might have a good idea of what's the thing, what kind of communication style he might used when he's doing the interview. I know end of the day, everyone has a luck, there is a luck factor to that.
correct, correct.
Okay, if that person is getting that role, then if you brainstorm and sit at it and see, okay, Anikesh has, he has good storytelling, he has good things, okay, he has good things, you can drop down and you can say, okay, if I'm okay, what's lagging in me if I apply for that role? Okay, things may not work for you and him in the same plane, but you can get something out of it as well. I think it's a perspective, the way you look at it.
True. Agree, agree.
So,
Well,
because this happened for me as well, because one of my friend got, it's a long story, but to keep it short, it was a 40 lakh package when I applied in India. Okay, we both applied and he got the, he went in and he went on here and he got it. Okay, at the time, I think it's the maturity you get it. At the time I was like, same, how can he get that? If you see on a positive scale, I got it. But later on when I went back and said, and set it, but I came to know, like, if I am bluffing something, you can know with my face, but if he is bluffing something, you cannot get it. He will say like, I did it, I straight away did it. And and I thought, oh, okay, you need some type of bluffing as well, because at the end of the day,
It's how
luck
we talk.
matters. Luck
I
matters. Your interviewer's mood matters when he's interviewing you,
correct.
especially in a country like India. It definitely matters. Whereas in Australia, it's not like, it's comparative, but whereas in Australia, it completely depends. They stick to their roles. But in India, if he's having a bad coffee, that might ruin the interview. So that happened with me. So that's why I'm saying, but yeah.
Agree, agree.
How
Yeah. Tell me.
sorry, how should we put it in sentence?
Which one?
That the one which he said, that we can get to know if somebody is at good designation. We can, if they're in like close connection, you can talk to them and they can teach you how to, like, you can learn from them.
Basically, we can say, how do we connect with that person, and asks the insights about his.
Ask the insight. Yes.
Yeah,
Easy to ask the insight from someone closer. Yeah.
yeah. I think it is.
Where is this?
Yeah,
Audio flow. Sorry.
yeah. Use that. Yeah, easy to ask insights. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is it a positive or a negative? Positive, right? Through
You,
chat. Through
For
chat.
for him it is.
no, you can add it in negative as well.
No,
And
I
add
have
it,
burned my, I've
it's
boiled
affecting
my
my
blood
mental
on
health
this. That is after
because of
looking to LinkedIn, I'm
some.
like, oh.
I think one thing that I'm thinking in LinkedIn app, nobody shares their interview experience at all. Or there is no way. Like for example, you're applying for a job, Combank, right?
Okay.
You don't see any insights. Like if you go to Glassdoor, you get those insights. That
Yes.
salary is,
Oh yeah.
you know. So we can mention that Glassdoor
Good. Yes. Yes.
here is not available in LinkedIn. Okay.
So don't share like it's not on LinkedIn. Okay, it depends on the recruiter, but they don't share the salary as well, which is,
Crowdsource it.
Mm.
yeah. But I don't
Glassdoor
know.
company
Yeah.
doesn't publish their salaries. It
No,
is
no, no.
crowdsourced. People
Yeah.
go and pitch in their
Add in that. Yeah.
salary
Mm,
range and everything. I've created a profile. I go and update. Oh, okay, this is my salary. That's my salary.
mm.
Don't explore my name. Expose
Mm.
my, keep my privacy. But they give that for this designation. This was the salary range. Okay. Now this is like a good amount of potential, positive potential and negative that we have got. Now the next application or the feature that we want to do, and we can do more, okay, and this interview can go up to couple of days or weeks as well. It depends on the size of the work that you're doing. So usually, typically, when you run this interview, you will have a user experience team member or a customer experience CX journey expert or a UX journey expert who sit with you, or usually that is their role. CX experts, customer experience expert, is somebody who actually goes in with you, collects all the stickies and interviews people, and then he will go back and he will try to draw a persona of that user. How is that? Is it tech savvy user, non tech savvy user, or potential user? How how is he how how is the user? Okay. So um, from a now what we have now, the next thing that we do is we try to do this kind of a headline insight statement, and we will take turns and share one post-it at a time. Okay. And we will try to group it. First we will group it, and then we will take turn to talk about it. So when all grouping is done, we will label the cluster and rephrase the headliner. This is the last task of today, so that we can finish it all together. Okay. So what I'll do now is quickly start grouping, and you guys going to help me. Okay. So we can see up to date technology trends. So this is basically talking about learning. Is it learning? More like a learning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was something about learning as well. Where was it? Separate job app. Learning is not free in the platform. Okay.
Yeah.
There was another one. Overflow content upon location constraint can be depression app, store availability. Sometimes we overwhelm a lot of notification, outdated content. Yep, there we go. So we can group all of this together. And then network connections and follow famous people and personas or persons, colleagues, easy to connect. More than job, it is networking. It is all networking.
Mm.
Um, then there was so many people are connected, number of people applying for
Lin-
the job.
LinkedIn groups, closed groups is also networking.
Yep, correct. And then overflow content, lot of posts.
Mm.
That goes with networking as well. So
Mm.
is there a way you can filter it? So many people are connected, number of people applying to jobs
Yes.
are more. Correct.
Mhm.
That's part of networking as well. Job ads and recruiters member team are not visible. That will be separate thing. Separate job application, upon logging in LinkedIn integration doesn't work. Found easy okay. Easy to congratulate and wish them birthdays. Okay,
Mm.
this can be also networking. Okay. Found job via LinkedIn, headhunting,
Yeah.
skill set matching. Then
Role suggestions as well.
which one? Role
Role
suggestions.
suggestions.
Yep. And then easy job application, easy to apply. This is part of same job
Yeah.
application only. Lack of transparency and reliability on the job. Yep. Do not get calls. Yes.
Job ads, recruiters.
Yep. Correct. Recruiters are not visible. Actually, the recruiters should be visible because you can go and talk to the HR, right?
Mm.
That
Mm.
is, that is what they have signed up for. Seek doesn't have the matchmaking and sorting. This is again part of this. Okay, easy to ask insight from somebody. This is networking again. Remove this. Remove this. Sometimes it could become overwhelming with lot of notification. Separate job application, which is really painful. I think we keep it as a separate, uh,
Yeah.
as a group where we say insights. Upon login, LinkedIn integration doesn't. Yeah, this is that application. Sometimes it could become overwhelming with a lot of notification. I think this will be part of that networking only, because it is good to network with so many people. Then again, we get so many notifications that sometimes you become very overwhelmed. We don't want, we,
Reliability. Yeah.
yeah. And this is again part of, this is reliability altogether. So this
Mm.
can be together actually. Who validates location constraint? It can be depression app, again reliability. Glassdoor feature like LinkedIn, again reliability, because if we crowdsource this is, yeah. And location constraint, I think so this can be part of this. Okay. All right. Now we can see there are three sort of pockets that we have found. And first one is, let's create a theme out of it. Okay. And let me have a square or something and try to make it. What's your favorite color, Purva? Uh, blue.
Yep.
Okay, blue. Okay, so we will use blue as the theme. Okay.
Okay.
So this one, up-to-date technology trends, LinkedIn content is outdated,
Yep.
latest to the job, learning is not free. What do you guys think? Let's write a headline
Mm.
statement.
Mm.
What headline statement do you guys think? Learning with latest trends in the market, something like that.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, so that's your headline statement.
Mhm.
Okay, control bold, and let's put a theme, and I'll make it black so that it is easier. So the
Mhm.
theme is trends.
Mm.
Let's make it trendy, like a retail app.
Okay.
Mm.
So this is trends. Sorry, the circle becomes something else, which is okay. And make it a medium size. I will group it later. Clean
Yeah.
it up. Trends. Okay. Now let's look at the next one. Networking. So this is basically easy to connect. Networking. So many people are connected. More than job hunt, it's networking. LinkedIn is a closed group. It can, okay, overflow content. So this is all about
Okay.
Networking.
networking. But how do we write it in a sentence
Mm.
or a statement? meeting new professional professional human beings. AIs are also there,
Professional people.
Yeah,
Let's keep it to just professionals, right? Meeting new professionals. That's it.
meeting new professionals. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
awesome. What would be the, what do you say, theme?
Network.
Network.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, awesome. Now let's do the next one. You guys are understanding the feeling what we are doing now. So all of these pain points that we have got, right? Happy days, pain points. We are
Mm,
theming it all together. Okay.
okay.
This is our found a job. This is basically how do I, how can I find
A job.
A job.
apply a job as easy as buying
Yes. Yeah.
an iPhone. I'm just making it up. Not I, as easy as uh, uh, buying vegetables. Making it funny, how can I find and apply job as easy as buying vegetables, or as easy as what do you say,
We can't think of anything easy here, can we?
As easy as liking a
There's
post.
nothing easy.
as easy as
Yes.
Like,
liking a post. Great point. Liking a post, just like, yeah,
hmm,
right.
Yeah.
Can
Yes.
have
Easy.
one click like and you apply the job. Can be the future, right? So found a job, and so this is about
Jobs.
job hunting, I would.
yeah,
Job.
job
Yeah.
hunting.
Cool.
All right, the next one that we have, this is the reliability part. So this one is upon logging in, LinkedIn integration doesn't work. So this is basically,
It's some points like suggestion to improve.
it's more negatives over here, which is okay. I mean, these are the constraints. What statement we want to write over here is separate job application, which is painful.
How can it get better?
Mm.
Get better job opportunities, maybe.
Yeah,
Or experience, was it? Job.
Yeah, better job application
experience.
experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And this is more about applying. Okay.
Application.
Yeah. Or I would say it's a journey step applying, because
Yeah.
if you
Okay.
look, if you look at if you look at a high level customer journey, right? So we study the trend, then we network with people,
We
then we
job hunt
try,
and we
then
apply.
we apply,
Mm.
okay, and then we look for reliability.
Mm.
Correct. And so we kind of as a team build a journey, if you can see. Okay, we are already forming that concept of requirement gathering. Now just imagine yourself being a business analyst. If you are talking in this format, okay, and this doesn't need to be a daily one, can be a quarterly exercise, can be a fortnightly exercise, or can be a yearly exercise as well. You sit with the end users, the product that you're building, or anything in that matter of fact. um, we have this journey mindset. How can we basically say this one? How can we how can LinkedIn, no, not LinkedIn, it's reliability, right?
Mm.
Right. And I
How
will,
can this be reliable as iPhone? You can mention that.
well, we don't know, right? Controversy, if iPhone gets hacked, then and this is
Just
all
joking. No.
trust.
Okay.
Yeah. So trust building,
Yes. Yeah.
how do we build this trust? Now, if you guys see that you have already created a stint of a journey,
Yes.
trends, network, job hunting, applying, trust,
Mm-hmm.
right? And now in the next session when we catch up, what we're going to do is we're going to plot a graph sort of a thing, x-axis, y-axis. X-axis, we might take all this customer features statements. Y-axis, we will try to plot how might we, okay, we put in the y-axis, and then plot it out saying, okay, this can be a feature 1, feature 2, feature 3, feature 4, feature 5, and then draw a bracket out of it. What are the low hanging fruits that we can go and tackle it today? What are the things that is, very expensive but less ROI and all of that? So yeah, what do you guys think today's exercise all about? This elephant that we talked about, a perspective, right? So we spoke about perspective. How do we quantify those perspective of people? How do we say, okay, people, give me your open-ended questions and answers, your stories, your feelings, your emotions, your experience. So this is how we draw empathy to insights. So we take people's insights and empathy, like what are their feelings, and then try to draw an insight. Basically, we draw a pattern, we draw a journey over here. Okay. So, yep, this was the second discussion that we had. Probably what I'll do is I'll stop presenting now and stop the recording as well, because we are all done. How do I stop this recording? Go here, manage recording, stop recording. Done.